Welcome once again to a special edition of Studio 41. We're in the lovely Gibson showroom here in Nashville, Tennessee. I've got someone with me who's an old friend of mine, an amazing talent, and a snappy dresser. And if a blind man, like I said, says you're looking good, you're looking good. Mr. Razzy Bailey with us on the show here, man. Thanks for coming and being with us.
Thank you for inviting me, Joey.
Oh, listen, it's my pleasure. Let me talk to you about something. We talked about this on the phone the other day. You were in Macon, Georgia for a long time.
Right.
And we both feel very passionately that Macon, Georgia is a place that is important to Southern music.
Absolutely.
And is really sometimes overlooked. So I want to get your perspective about, tell me about your memories of Macon. You were there in the 70s.
Right. I think I moved to Macon about 69 to 70, 71, somewhere in that area. And I started out when I came to that area playing in the club down in Warner Robins.
Yeah.
And then when Nashville South was opened and they hired us to come up there, and we stayed there for about 6 years, I guess it was, 7. And it was during the time that I was with playing at Nashville South. We had the house band there.
Yeah.
We booked a lot of people in from Nashville, like Waylon Jennings and Barbara Mandrell, et cetera.
Right.
And we had an RCA promotion guy in there one day at this club. And of course, I may be telling you more than you asked me.
No, hey, you talk.
And we had cut an album just to sell there at the club, and it had 9,999,999 tears on it.
Oh, that's a great song.
Yeah, and I gave it to the promotion guy, and he brought it back to Nashville, and it just so happened that Dickie Lee was on RCA at the time, and he gave him a copy, and they cut it, and it went to #1. So that's one of my fondest memories of Macon, because me and Greg was good friends for a while till I started recording country music, and he didn't like that. He's very much against country music. But I hadn't talked to him in a long time. But we had when him and Cher was going together.
Oh yeah.
We were playing in the club at that time called Uncle Sam's, and they came over to hear us one night, and Cher got up and sang with us. Of course, Greg always sat in with us.
Oh yeah.
But Cher was sitting there, and I didn't want to put her on the spot, so I was sitting at the table talking to her, and I said, you're welcome to get up and sing with us if you want to. And she said, well, I think I will. And you talking about a voice, she's phenomenal. She had a real strong voice.
Oh, yeah. And not unattractive, they tell me.
No, not a bit. She not have any ugly anywhere around her.
Yeah. So Macon was a real hot spot in the 70s for all kind of stars.
Yeah.
And you were a big part of that. So I can't tell you how many people I know that have played with you or have worked with you that are still kind of in the Macon area,
right,
who remember you so fondly and think you were so important to Macon being on the map. We're famous for Otis Redding and Little Richard, and that's wonderful, and the Allman Brothers too. But a lot of people forget all the other amazing talent. Tell me a little bit real quickly. I know you've got a new CD coming out. Let's talk a little bit about that, and then tell me just a little bit for our viewers that are musicians, a little bit about what you think is going on in the music industry now, how it's different from when you started, and where you think it's going. So kind of a complicated two-parter there.
I'm answering that question without the real constant knowledge of what the new music is played on the radio. I don't listen to radio as much as I should to keep up with it, but the reason being, I just don't like it. I don't like. I don't personally identify with tailgate parties.
I gotcha.
And and all that kind of stuff. So I listen to music that I identify with, and I really like lyrics is one of the things that I like. Of course, I like a good melody too. So, but as to where it's going, I think that there is a demand. Not saying that because of my age, but I think that there is a demand for the adult entertainer.
Absolutely.
And
you mean that not in a provocative way?
No. No, not X-rated.
I'm not saying that I won't dance for money. I'm just saying. Anyway, yeah. But you're right. No, there is a need for, music that had a heart.
Right.
And I mean, there is some of that in today's music. I'm not saying there's not. Yeah. But your music has such a powerful, visceral connection to the listener. And I think the lyrics, and your lyrics in particular, are a big part of that.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. And so you what do you think as far as your new album? What's going on with that?
Well, for the last several albums I've made, I did a verse. I'm versatile with my music, so it was some of the new album has got a little bit of a blues flavor, and some of it's got a little bit. One of the songs even has the old 40s big band sound to it.
Oh, fantastic. You got horns on that sucker?
No, I don't have horns. I did it like a smoky piano bar kind of thing.
Okay.
The piano is featured, and it has strings on it, and of course the rhythm section.
Right.
It's called September Feeling.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, and then we did some good traditional country on it, and I wanted to do something different because you speaking of the old friends, like Gene Swan down from Georgia, he played in the band with me for 16 years, and we're still friends today. So I put a song on there by him,
Cool.
and I put one on by Bobby G. Rice, and I've got a duet with me and Johnny Cash on there.
Oh, cool.
And a duet with a girl from a blues singer from Louisiana, and some things like that. And me and Dobie Gray doing Rainy Night in Georgia.
Oh, one of my favorite songs.
So I got the idea to do that because when I was thinking about what am I going to name the album, and I'm going to name it Stray Dog Symphony.
I love it.
And so I thought, get a bunch of the old Stray Dogs together and do an album. Of course, I've got several songs on there that I'm singing, but I've got about 4 or 5 really good.
Now, did you? Let me just make sure I haven't started hallucinating. It's highly possible. Did you say Johnny Cash?
Yeah.
Now, how did that? Obviously, that was recorded before he passed away, I guess, right?
About 2 months afterward.
Okay, good.
No, it was way before.
Hey, I like digging holes myself. I'll dig somebody up. It's fine. I mean, if they're talented. I wonder if we can get Marilyn Monroe on the show. Anyway, yeah, that's cool. So, I mean, was that an older recording you've revamped that you had with Johnny Cash, or how that?
Yeah, we actually didn't. I didn't have to revamp it. It was just a great recording. We did that probably in the late 90s.
Amazing. How cool was that? You played with everybody.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit, very quickly, about the song you're going to play for us today.
This is a song that I was at the house one Sunday, and thought I'd practice on my guitar. And
good plan.
And so I thought, and I was sitting there playing everybody else's song. I said, heck, why don't I just write one? So that just was one of those instrumental songs. And
those are the best when they come so quick. Yeah. You got hit. And what's this one called today?
Well, it's really She's the Best I Ever Had, but everybody, because I start off with My Old Mule, they say, play that My Old Mule song. You know what that is. So,
honestly, if you can fit a mule into a song, that is quality writing. Yeah. Nicely. There's a lot of things you can do with mules, but you don't hear much about mules in songs. Razzy, listen, you are a true Macon celebrity. You are a true celebrity in the music in general, but I appreciate what you did for Macon. And
I appreciate what Macon did for me. It was a two-way street.
Yeah, and we want to bring that back. We want people to remember that, we love Otis Redding, we love Little Richard, we love Allman Brothers, but there's a lot more people that came from Macon.
Absolutely.
We're going to try and showcase that. Thank you for your time today,
Thank you,
sir.
Joey. I appreciate it. And good luck to you.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
My old mule just up and died, and I ain't got nothing to ride, but I've got to find my baby before I can be satisfied. I could catch me a crosstown bus, y'all, but it's not safe out there for folks like